This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Tuesday, Jason Walker Show. Off the Wall Mancave is where we hang out. And we've got a big show today. We're going to start previewing the state football championships. We'll talk to Malta's Nick Oxarat and Wes Kragt from Manhattan. Those two will battle up on the High Line Saturday afternoon. We'll recap the other ones as well. Tell you where I'll be this weekend for the NFHS Network. And looking forward to another state championship weekend. It is Cat Grizz week. That means we'll talk Cat Grizz. We got a great show all week. Tonight, tomorrow, and Thursdays, we're going to talk Class B tonight. We'll talk to AA coaches Kyle Mihelish and Grady Bennett tomorrow. And then on Thursday, Marty Morningwig will join us. Looking forward to chatting with the old coach and getting his thoughts on Saturday's game. Oh, man. Had a great weekend down in the Gallatin Valley on Saturday for the state championship volleyball matches. Oh, had a blast. Absolute. I love the all-class day volleyball tournament. Now, I had never really experienced it until a year ago. And got to call back-to-back state championships for Huntley Project as they win the Class B, and I'll recap that in a second because it was absolutely a phenomenal match. Gallatin winning it first ever in the AA. We'll break down the A. We'll talk about Circle defeating Gardner in Class C as well. It was just a great weekend. And then didn't do a whole lot on Sunday after I got home Saturday night. Hung out with the family and watched, we're getting caught up again on Great British Baking Show or whatever it's called. And I thought of the perfect meal. If you could have 3 celebrity chefs make the perfect meal, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on, too. Also, the Auto Concepts Performance of the Week is on the way. It's there were some good performances. Holy cow. But it is state championship week, and I will be Friday night on the mic for Capital Glacier. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a really fun football game. Capital looking for its second title in 3 years. Glacier its second in the last, half dozen years. So cannot wait. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal on a chilly Friday night this week in Helena. It's going to be fun, though. As I mentioned, had a great time down in Bozeman for the volleyball, and congratulations to everybody. Man, what a great, Montana State facilities putting that thing together. And then they had a basketball game, Sunday? Women's basketball? So they had to tear down 4 courts for volleyball. And then, But congratulations to all the winners. We mentioned Gallatin defeating Bozeman in 2 championship matches. Bozeman had to win twice. They only won the one. And that was a great, great battle. That was over on Court 4. Could kind of see some of it. The Class A, Billings Central, the 4th title in 5 years. They've got something going on down there. And that was a good one. That was a really good one. Billings Central and Frenchtown. Class C, Circle defeating Gardner. That was a fun one. Circle, 30-0 this year on the volleyball courts. And then Huntley Project was taking on a very, very good Florence Carleton team. Florence Carleton, the 1 seed out of the West, fell in straight sets the opening round to Huntley. Battled back through the loser's bracket. Came back to get third, or win in the third place match. and then went on to face Huntley, got out to a 2-0 set, 2-0 lead. And then Huntley won set 3. Okay, no big deal. Huntley wins a very good set 4. And then it went to the 5th. And Florence Carlton needed to win to force the second, if necessary, championship match. Huntley Project closed the door. I think it was 15-9 in the 5th. But man, two teams that just absolutely battled. And it was a great match to call. Holy cow, it was great. Had a blast doing it. And I'm telling you, that that Huntley Project team, and you throw Billings Central in and Joliet from 4 years ago, there's some in the water in southeast Montana, because if you don't grow up in the Huntley Project area and play volleyball, you need to transfer schools. Because, man, 16th state championship. Huntley was playing in its 16th straight state championship match. Florence Carlton beat Baker in the 3rd place match, by the way. But, wow, it was so good. White Sulphur Springs took 3rd in Class C. Billings Senior 3rd in AA. Dillon took 3rd in Class A. But very, very cool. Very cool. And congratulations to all the winners. And congratulations to an absolutely, speaking of volleyball, an absolute sweetheart of a person and a great volleyball player. Providence's Bella Thompson from Hawaii was named the Frontier Conference Player of the Year and the Setter of the Year. Providence also had Ava Sayers, the Newcomer of the Year, Arunas Duda, Coach of the Year, and Sasha Legros Simmons, Assistant Coach of the Year. Julia Carr, the Defensive Player of the Year for Carroll. But, man, Bella Thompson started since she was a freshman 2 years ago, battled her way through a whole lot of adversity in that freshman campaign, and being named the Player of the Year her junior season. That's awesome. There's not a better person in Frontier volleyball you will meet than Bella Thompson. Argos won the Frontier regular season tournament titles. She had 11.6 assists, 11.6 assists per set, was second in the country in assists per set. She had 1,247 helpers this year, and was named the Setter of the Week 9 times. And she was all-conference freshman team 2 years ago. Duda, just a great coach, great guy. 25-6 for the Argos this year, 12-3 in the league. And Julia Carr, Defensive Player of the Year, led the country in both digs per set and total digs, averaging 7.0 digs per set and 840 overall digs. So very cool. And some absolute great names on that list. Olivia LeBeau of Tech, Kennedy Wilmore of Tech, Jazzy Smith of Western, Jordan Olson of Western, along with teammate Danielle Martin. Lena Graves of Northern, super good middle blocker. Oh, man. Nina Janchik of Providence. Sadie Giles as well of Providence, all-conference first team. Cabri Taylor of Providence as well. And then McKenna Bushman of Rocky, who is a senior outside hitter that is very, very solid. And I remember watching her a couple years ago. Super fun. Super, super fun. The walk-up brought to you by the Montana Disabled American Vets. The DAV is always looking for volunteers to drive, especially in Billings, Bozeman, Helena, Great Falls, Missoula, Kalispell areas, to drive our heroes back and forth to their appointments and where they need to get to. So make sure you volunteer at mtdav.org, and they'll have a lot more great events coming up moving into 2025. And super, super great place. Absolutely love everybody involved with the DAV. And, you know, you got the golf tournament, the 10th annual coming up next July, which is awesome. You also coming up, just check out their page at mtdav.org. Okay. Let's see here. What else? State Championship Football Week. Mentioned we're going to talk to Nick Oxarat of Malta and Manhattan's Wes Kragt. Manhattan in the title game for the second consecutive year, traveling up to Malta this season. And then in the AA, it'll be Glacier at Capitol Friday night. You've got Belt at Fairview in the 8-man. Billings Central battles Laurel in Class A. Rival game much. And then 6-man Box Elder travels down to Bridger. So, but how about Montana Western and Montana Tech each getting into the NAI postseason, each getting a first-round bye, and each hosting in the second round on November 30th, Thanksgiving weekend, Saturday. That'll be a fun one. Carroll in Southern Oregon failed to make it, and for Carroll, man, back-to-back years of collapses down the stretch. Just can't finish for Troy Purcell's squad. I mean, you think about it, Carroll went from 6th in the country last year at one point to 4th in the standings, and it was the second straight collapse, as we mentioned. Carroll scored 28 points total in its last 2 games. And you go back to the last 2 years, 13-1 combined to start the 2 years, and then go 1-5 to end the regular season. It's going to keep you out of the playoffs, even though it's expanded. It's still going to keep you out. But, yep, it's playoff week. So no playoff college football this week. There's a big one, though, down in Bozeman on Saturday. Oh, goodness. Cats, Grizz. The Cats number 2 in the country. The Grizz number 9. And I know, I mean, the Cats almost gave it away to UC Davis on Saturday night, but they led 30-8 late into that game, and that defense looked really, really good for a long time. And Davis just came alive. I mean, Davis has great players. There's a reason they were ranked number 4. I think they dropped to 7 this week, or maybe just dropped to 5th. That's what it was. Idaho 7th. You got 4 teams in the Big Sky ranked in the top 9. And this will be the 4th time in the last 5 years that the Cats Grizz meet at both teams in the top 10. So very exciting. It'll be a great game Saturday down in Bozeman. Chilly. Could be some snow around the field, but going to be fun. Going to be a good one. And the key, again, can the Grizz stop the run game like they did last year? Can they bottle up Tommy Malott? Can they bottle up Scott Trey Humphrey? Adam Jones? Julius Davis is back. I mean, that running attack. And Tommy Malott is throwing the ball. I mean, the growth from his freshman year to now, it's phenomenal. And it's going to be a good game. Kind of wish I was going down to it, but little one's got the Nutcracker Saturday and Sunday, so I'll be home watching her, which is totally fine. Totally fine. Before we take a break, let's get to our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, and we're going to give it up to the state champions in volleyball. I know it's easy, but the battle, Gallatin, first state championship in volleyball. Billings Central, a 4th in 5 years. Circle, 30-0 this year. And then Huntley Project winning a 16th overall title for Iona Stuckey and 4th consecutive. Had the little stumble during the COVID year when they played up at Shelby and lost to Joliet. But back the last 4 years. So those are our Auto Concepts Performances of the Week. To enhance your auto performance, get into Auto Concepts in Helena. They will take care of you. And get your gift cards, too. Get yourself a gift card for Christmas. Get dad one. Get an uncle one. Get your brother or sister one. And get their vehicle detailed. Details at autoconcepts.com. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and when we return, we'll check in up in Malta as head coach Nick Oxart's got his team undefeated, 12-0, taking on Manhattan, undefeated, 12-0. It's going to be a great game. And Nick Oxart from Malta will join us when we come back to the Off the Wall Mancave on a Tuesday Jason Walker Show.
For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana.
While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with The Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio. Casey Damon is a sixth-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places, from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Lord, I got to raise a fuss. Lord, I got to raise a holler.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back. Off the Wall Mancave.
try to earn a dollar.
This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture. 1010 Dearborn Helen, a little blue cheer. Summertime Blues. It's a good version. Eddie Cochran's original from 1958. That's good stuff. Off the Wall Mancave is where we hang out to do the Jason Walker Show, and we appreciate you tuning in each and every week and each and every show. Across the country, 50 states, District of Columbia, and 57 countries. Check out this show, so we appreciate you. JasonWalkerShow.com is where you go if you missed anything. And that includes our interviews with our coaches, which we do every week. And this week, it's State Championship Week in the state of Montana. You got Cat Grizz on Saturday and 4 other state championships on Saturday. Friday night AA. Saturday includes a Class B, and Malta will be hosting Manhattan. Both teams unbeaten. Only one's going to be the state champ, and joining us to preview the game and his team is the head coach of the Malta Mustangs, Nick Oxarat. Well, the name is well known in north central Montana all the way down to Boulder. Luke's uncle, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, Luke Oxarat, the standout heading to Montana State. You got yourself a standout Oxarat yourself, but take me through your season, Coach. I know you want to be at this point in the year, but did you expect to be here at this point in the year?
You know, we battled injuries pretty bad last year. We lost our 3 best seniors to, injuries, and it had to, we kind of had to step up a little bit, and some younger guys got some experience, and, I think that it was rough last year. We ended up going 5-5 and ended up losing in the first round of the playoffs to a really good Three Forks team. I think that fueled us over the summer and made some of our kids grow up and get a little bit hungrier, and in turn helped us for this year. And you think that is what's going to happen, but when it does happen, you may be a little bit surprised, and it did. It just fueled our kids to work a little harder, and the experience we gained last year really did help us in some situations this year. And we played a tough non-conference schedule with we had Baker, and then we went down to Red Lodge, and then Jefferson came to us, and then we played the tough Loyola team too. And that kind of battle tested us, and we did end up winning all 4 of those games, but we were also humble enough to realize that we could have lost 3 of those, or maybe all 4 of them, and like we did last year. So it was tough, and but it battle tested us a little bit, and maybe gave us some confidence when we did win those tight games. And it was kind of nice, and we were able to kind of gain some confidence and kind of keep going throughout the season, and then just kind of snowballed a little bit, and we got a little more confidence and kept rolling. I kept, you preach to kids to get better day by day, and I think our guys have. So it's been a lot of fun, but maybe a little unexpected. But you always want it to happen, but it's nice when it does happen.
Yeah, definitely. Nick Oxarat joining us. He is the head coach of Malta, going to be taking on Manhattan this week in the State AA or State B championship. At what point in the season, Coach, did you know, hey, we got a chance to be really, really good here?
Yeah, that's kind of hard to tell because, when you get in the thick of it, you're just preparing one game at a time, and you're just getting ready for the next opponent, and each opponent presents its challenges, and you think you can go 1-0 that week, but you're not 100% sure, so you're trying to get better. So, I don't really know if there was a certain point, when as you start seeing what the other teams that you've maybe defeated earlier in the season, but every team changes too, so you can't really compare scores ever. But when you realize you beat the number 1 team in the East, and anytime you beat a team like Loyola even, and then they go on and beat Eureka in their conference and they end up second, it's just you feel some satisfaction, but you can't look back on scores either. But you realize, well, maybe we do have a chance. Maybe we are a pretty good team, and you just kind of, but you, like you said, you get in the thick of it, and you just kind of keep preparing each week, and you kind of don't even think about it.
Big win over the 3-time defending champs in Florence Carlton last week. Huge defensive effort too. Your guys' defense can't win if the other team scores more. Take me through your defense and what's made them so good this year.
Yeah, with our defense, we're led by Blaine Downing. He's just a super senior, and he's from our co-op school, Seiko, and he's a state champion pole vaulter and a state champion 400-meter runner, and just an overall phenomenal athlete. And he's got some big decisions to make on where to go to college and stuff. But we're led by him, and he kind of got us going with a safety earlier in that game, and got a little momentum on our side. But we have a we're not huge, but our kids play hard, and they've studied a lot of film, so they try to get to know teams' tendencies and stuff like that. So I appreciate their efforts there. But we got some good linebackers, we got some good DBs, but it's just overall we play pretty good team ball because we have to. We're not, like I said, we're not the biggest or the strongest or the fastest, so we have to really work together well, and they do. It's been a lot of fun, and our coaches do a good job of preparing those guys on Saturdays too.
Tell me about Stockton. The kid's as good as anybody in Class B, and just athletic, and knows how to win and get the job done when it comes down to it. But what do you like most about Stockton's growth this year?
Yeah, he's really matured over the year from last year to this year, and he's always had that sense of when the pocket collapses and you kind of feel defense pressure. And but he's one of the most accurate kids I've seen. He'll hit a receivers right in stride and give them an opportunity once they catch the ball to make a play with it and stuff. And but he really studies our offense, and he's kind of like a coach on the field, and he'll be suggesting plays, and we bounce a lot of ideas off of each other. And he came up with some stuff over the summer to change, and he's the reason I changed our playbook a little bit, to try to utilize his talents. And so he's made me grow as a coach, and he's just a lot of fun to coach. But yeah, he's got a pretty accurate arm, and he can throw the deep ball well. And like I said, we're not that big on the offensive line, so we sometimes have to scramble and stuff a little bit, and he can just makes plays happen. And he's definitely the leader of our offense and gets things rolling.
You're facing a Manhattan team, as we talked to Nick Oxarat, the head coach of it. Malta, hold on, I got to get this right. Malta, Whitewater, Seiko, Dodson.
Yep, this year we don't have any Dodson kids, so we're basically no Dodson kids this year, but it's still on the bracket, yeah.
But you're facing a very good Manhattan team that's well-seasoned and a great coaching staff. They played in the championship last year, took Florence to overtime, and it starts for them with George Stenberg. That kid is a beast. What do you guys see on film from the Tigers?
Yeah, we see number 40, George Stenberg, all over the field. And as well with all of his teammates too, and they're hungry. They were in the championship last year, and you argue a play away from winning it. So they're hungry, and I know they work hard in the summers. And Coach Kragt does a great job with those guys, along with his whole staff. And they have as good a game plan as anybody, and they're dynamic on offense. So they'll go be in double tight, double wing, and then they'll spread you out in empty. And then their defense just is stout, and they don't give up many points. They don't give up many yards, and fly around the ball and big up front. And then those linebackers are in on every tackle. And we have our work really cut out for us. It's a there's a reason they're undefeated, and returning to its state championship again is not surprising. I think everybody probably expected that.
When you look at Michael Stewart, the quarterback, 6 foot, 178 pounds, this is a big dude in Class B, and he's got great athleticism. And then when you throw the Fenos out there, I mentioned Stenberg. I mean, this offense is very dynamic.
Yes, they are. Yeah, Stewart, he can fling the ball, but he's also a dangerous runner. Just, as good an athlete as, like I said, as good an athlete as you're going to see in Class B. And big offensive line. They're big and strong as anybody out there. And the reason they're undefeated and in the championship. But and then you throw number 8, Kason Conkle, in there. He's a hammer too, and on both sides of the ball. And it's fun to prepare for teams like that, but they'll scare you in the same sense because you see what they can do.
Before I let you go, I like to ask all my coaches this. It is today is National Play Monopoly Day. How heated are the Monopoly battles in the Oxarat household?
We haven't played that for quite a while. When I was a kid, we played a little bit, but talking to my wife's family, like her little brother, if he was losing, he'd just throw the whole thing across the room and move it. So ours never got that heated, but we did. We played a lot of the farming game, which is a little bit of the same sense that game there. But yeah, no, not too heated, but yeah, a lot of fun for sure.
What's the excitement around Malta community this week as you get ready for the state championship game?
Yeah, we're a pretty close-knit community, and we're isolated. We're 200 miles from any major city, Billings, Great Falls, and so we're a rural community. So sports are a big deal. The school kind of runs the community. There's a lot of excitement. It's been a while since we've made a deep run in the playoffs, and so people kind of have forgotten that. We've made the quarterfinals a couple times, but had a few first-round exits, which are disappointing. But we're happy to have a chance and an opportunity. But yeah, there's a lot of excitement around. I think maybe a little unexpected for us to, beat Florence on Saturday. That's a heck of a team with a heck of a coaching staff, and the 3 times defending champions, and so they had set the bar for Class B. So for us to be able to get past those guys was a huge accomplishment, and our community pretty excited, and they'll be out in full force on Saturday to support us, which they do a great job of supporting us.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time. Good luck on Saturday. I'm calling the state AA here in Helena Friday night. I thought I was going to be headed up to Malta, but that's a hike.
Yeah, it's a long ways from anywhere.
It's closer than going to Fairview, though. So at least I have that.
That's true. Yeah, that's pretty much North Dakota when you get over there.
Hey, good luck against Manhattan, and I need to get a helmet from Malta one of these days. So, to display here in the studio.
Sounds good. Yeah, my brother and sister both live in Helena, so I can send one over your way.
Perfect, Coach. Appreciate the time. Good luck on Saturday, and we'll talk soon.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
That is the head coach of Malta football, Nick Oxarat, Off the Wall Mancave on a Tuesday, and that's going to be a great game. Holy cow! So we've heard the Malta side of things. Let's take a break, flip gears, and listen to the Manhattan, also known as Manhattan side of things. We'll talk to head coach Wes Kragt coming up after this. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Casey Damon is a sixth-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places, from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
How about a little Scorpions? Rock you like a hurricane on a Tuesday from the Off the Wall Mancave. Who's going to be rocking and rolling when it's all said and done Saturday down in Bozeman? Cats or Grizz? Who you got? You can vote at Jaywalker Sports. We got On This Day in History coming up, the walk-off, and a whole lot more. As I can tell you, I just saw this come across. MSU Billings has dropped men's soccer. Announced that this fall it's would be its last. And the school noted the choice comes from an analysis to align the department's expenses and resources. 32 athletes will be impacted. School's going to honor all current men's soccer athletic scholarships through completion of their degree or end of eligibility, as long as they go full-time. 6-6-6 in the final season on the pitch. And that's it. 176, 243, and 49 overall since 1996. So no more soccer at MSUB. There'll be football, the other kind, on the field in Malta Saturday afternoon. And joining us for the second straight year to preview the state championship is the head coach of the Manhattan Tigers. Their helmet right there. Got it last year after the tough overtime loss to Florence Carlton. But it's Manhattan football coach Wes Kragt joining us, Jason Walker Show. Well, it's always a good thing if I'm talking to a coach this week in Montana football, because it means you're playing for a state championship. And it's the second year in a row. Coach, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am grand. I've got my Manhattan Tiger helmet behind me here in the man cave, so we're rolling.
All right.
Hey, Coach, it's been kind of a tough year for the Tigers, despite the record, the personal stuff behind the scenes. How's your family doing?
We're doing really good. My wife, she's holding down the fort. She's kind of the rock of our family, kind of taking Graham to all his appointments and taking care of Renly as well. And so got to give her a ton of credit for everything she's done to give me the opportunity to coach football.
It's been, like I said, but the community support behind the family, just amazing. And I know you don't want to dwell on it too much, but tell me about what that's like, having that support of the community behind you guys.
Yeah, I think it's just, for us, the way we feel, it's just an extra family support. You know, we look at our community as that extra family that we can lean on. And, you know, they've just been amazing for us. And, you know, when something happens like what happened to us and our family, it really shows the people and the sport you have around you, and Manhattan's community really showed up for us.
Wes Kragt joining us, the Manhattan football coach. You're into the state title game for the second straight year. I know how disappointing the ending was last year. How much did that propel the guys in the offseason to get bigger, get better, and get back to this point?
Yeah, honestly, we lost, we lost a good amount of seniors, 13 seniors from last year. And, you know, our seniors came in and they were ready to work and ready to get back after it. But, you know, we decided we were going to put that game behind us and just take one step forward, one day forward at a time, and continue to work and see what we could do. And so I'm happy that these kids get another shot at it.
You're led by a very, very good offense. And, I mean, the names are out there: Stenberg, Stewart, Fenno. What an amazing group of skill positions. And it always bugs me that offensive linemen never get called to skill position, because it's really it's a skill to play offensive line. Tell me about your offense this year, Coach.
Yeah, you know, we do. We really lean on our offensive line, and, you know, they put a ton of work in this summer. I have a offensive line coach, Coach Pales, that met with them all summer long and improve their ability and their footwork and their strength. And we lean on them heavily when we need to. And, you know, when teams stack the box on us, then we can spread you out and throw it around too. So we have that multi-dimension both. And, you know, adding Conkle this year as a running back along with George, and having some athletic sophomores to go along with that, has just kind of helped us maintain and I think improve our offense as we went through the year.
How much do you trust Michael Stewart behind center there?
Well, you know, me and Mike, we go way back. You know, he's been my starter for 3 years. And so, you know, we just have such a good relationship. And, you know, we talk every game. You know, no matter what happens, we're always going to have that relationship. We're always going to make sure that we take care of each other. And, you know, that's just the offense coordinator, head coach to a quarterback right there. And so when your quarterback can go out and play freely and not have that stress on him, I think that makes a huge difference.
Wes Kragt joining us, the football coach for the Manhattan Tigers, back in the state championship. What do you guys have to do against Malta? Because this is a very solid football team. It starts for them with Stockton Oxarat at QB.
Yeah, you know, Oxarat, I mean, he's a heck of a player, heck of an athlete. Coached in state basketball his freshman year. In basketball, he tore us up when we played him at Bozeman Arena. And so, you know, he just, every single time he has the ball in his hands, it can be an explosive play. And so I think the key for us is to try to maintain him and corral him, and, you know, try to make sure that we can hold their offense down a little bit and not get down too far. You know, when you watch that Florence game, it went from 0-0 to like 19-0 in 3 minutes. And, you know, we got to make sure that doesn't happen to us to give ourselves the best chance.
I have a feeling this game won't be 19-14 or whatever it was in overtime, or 19-13. This one is going to be potentially a very high-scoring game, because you got two unbelievable offenses. These defenses for both sides have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, that definitely. You know, looking at how they run their offense, their head coach does a great job within that, and using the athletes that he has, and across the board, they got some dudes. So, you know, we're looking at how we can slow them down and stop them, and then put up points on the other side. And we know that we got to come out and be aggressive early on to try to get some points on the board.
How do you, as a coach, and back into this for the second year in a row, channel that aggressiveness, but into a controlled aggressiveness?
Yeah, you know, and that's the key, is to make sure that we can win the turnover battle. Especially when you're looking at this week coming up and the weather potentially having a snowy day, and playing in those elements always adds in that extra factor of what plays you can call and what you can. So I just think that day of and scenario wise, we'll just have to take it and look at, see what we get on film and see how we want to attack.
Community, we talked about the sport behind the family, but what's it been like this week around the school, around the city of Manhattan, knowing you're back in the state championship?
Oh, yeah, kids are excited. The community's figuring out a way on how we can all carpool up there and get up there. I tell you what, we had a heck of a crew in Red Lodge last week. Our booster club ended up helping us out, and we took an extra bus down with fans and kids and cheerleaders, and it was just an amazing experience to see us fill the stands and have as many people as Red Lodge did. And so I think that just says it all for our community and the sport that we have.
Coach, it is National Play Monopoly Day today. How heated growing up were the Monopoly games in your household?
Well, I got an older brother, and he helps me out on my staff as well. He's kind of my offensive consultant, so we're as competitive as it gets, no matter what. We're putting money down on golf games, on basketball games, whatever we can growing up, and that's where we have that competitive edge. And so, as a coach, I'm just trying to put my players in the best position possible to succeed, and I'm going to give it 100%. And I know my kids will too. And, I think whatever happens. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but you make sure you put in that effort, and that's all you can do.
It is true. But which of you or your older brother, which one threw the Monopoly board first?
Oh, definitely my brother. He got me growing up in a lot of different things. Took a decent amount of money from me, but I wouldn't be where I am without him. So, I appreciate everything he's done for me.
Yep. Coach, best of luck this weekend. Continued wishes to the family, and wish I was calling this one, but Malta's a hike from Helena, as you know. So, unfortunately, I won't be there in person this year, but I'll be watching along.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I'm sad that you can't make a trip down. I really enjoyed listening to you last year, and hope you have a good weekend.
That is Wes Kragt, the head coach of the Manhattan Tigers, and love talking with coaches this time of the year because it's playoff football, man. It doesn't get state championship weekend. Doesn't get any better than this. And I got the Laurel, old school Laurel, got the Manhattan Tiger helmet. My Bozeman Hawks didn't making it this year. And if you notice, I got a helmet missing right behind me. My Montana State helmet is missing. I loaned it to my wife. She's doing a fundraiser at her work. So she got my Bobcat helmet, and then I actually touched. I hope you're sitting down for this. I called my buddy Ryan Featherston, former Helena High standout, great wrestler, Grizz legacy, right? And he has his football helmet from one of his days playing, and I touched it because I had to loan it. He loaned it to me to loan to my wife for her fundraiser. So I touched the Grizzly helmet. I know. Dirty. Just dirty. There's not enough showers for me to take. By the way, if you missed the story on Wes Kragt, his family, they had twins, him and his wife Mariah. Well, she had the twins. February 20th this year, and Graham and Renly. And Graham was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome. It's a very rare congenital heart defect on the left side of his heart. And they knew about it before he was born. They moved to Salt Lake to get the care that they needed. They stayed there for 6 months. Graham underwent his first open heart surgery shortly after he was born, his second when he was 4 months old. But the community of Manhattan has rallied, raising a ton of money. And, I mean, the players went to his house to help build storage space. So, I mean, it's just been an absolute amazing story, and best wishes to the family, especially Renly, and then little Graham. 2 open heart surgeries, and he's not even a year old yet. Oh, man. That'll make you think about life, all right? Let's see here. Let's do On This Day in History. It is National Monopoly Day on this November the 19th, 2024. It is also National Carbonated Beverage with Caffeine Day. So, pop day, soda. I can't remember. I quit drinking over a year ago now, 13 months ago, and I can't remember the last time I had a pop either, or soda, depending on where you come from. A few things on this day in sports history. Let's see here. 1961, Houston Oilers quarterback George Blanda passed for 7 touchdowns in a rout of the New York Titans. Nolan Ryan signed what then was a record contract in 1979, 4 years, $4.5 million. This date 3 years ago, 2021, Cleveland Indians became the Cleveland Guardians. Lame. There were Native American communities that wanted the name Cleveland Indians. Carrie Strug, born on this date in 1977. Remember her? Olympic gold, Atlanta, 96. 19 years old. Well, she would have been 18, I guess, at the time because it was in the summer. But with that sprained ankle, she nails her vault. Bela Lugosi, who just died over the weekend, the former coach, going out to hug her and hold her up. Yeah, everybody remembers that scene. Some birthdays today. Happy birthday to Rocky and Bullwinkle. 1959. Rocket J. Squirrel and Bullwinkle J. Moose first aired on ABC. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest came out in this date, 1975. Larry King, born on this date, 1933. Ted Turner, 1938, was born. Dan Haggerty played Grizzly Adams. Had that great beard. 1941, Meg Ryan, 63. Jodie Foster, 62. The Mayflower reaches Cape Cod, 1620. 1805, Lewis and Clark expedition reached the Pacific Ocean, the first Europeans to cross the West. Abraham Lincoln gave his Gettysburg Address on this date in 1863. How about that? Charlie Manson died on this date, 2017. Calvin Klein turns 82 today. And on this date in 1980, CBS TV banned the Calvin Klein jean ad featuring Brooke Shields. So, just a little on this day in history on a Tuesday.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Walk-off is presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. And once in a while, if you watch the show, you'll see me reaching down with my foot. I have a foot massager down here, and I don't even use it really for the foot massage. It's more for the heat on my feet, because my feet just, I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but it's been getting cold. Yeah, my wife, it drives her nuts because I want the heater up in the house. And she says, no, absolutely not. She keeps it at 68. Ugh, so cold upstairs. Hope you enjoyed today's show from the Off the Wall Mancave. If you missed anything, JasonWalkerShow.com. Nick Oxarat, head coach of Malta, Wes Kragt, the head coach of Manhattan, for joining us. Appreciate those guys. Tomorrow on the show, we'll talk AA. Coaches from Capital, Kyle Mihelish, Grady Bennett from Glacier. And Thursday, don't miss, Marty Morningweg, former Grizz quarterback, Super Bowl winning champ. He's in the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame. He'll be joining us to preview Cat Grizz. That's Thursday. Tomorrow, Glacier Capital preview, State AA. It is Cat Grizz week. And don't forget to check out Continental Divide Radio each and every weekday, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10, Jaywalk in the mornings. And great music of your memories all day, every day. We'll do it again tomorrow. See you then in the Off the Wall Man Cave. This is a Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.